Do you remember when the media was deeply concerned about the cognitive wellness of one of our two candidates for the presidency? It was almost an obsession with them. Every time President Biden opened his mouth, we got some analysis that he was in some kind of age-related cognitive decline. Obviously, something was going on, as evidenced by President Biden's debate performance back in the Pleistocene era. It seems that long ago. And it completely overshadowed the fact that his opponent spent the entire debate lying, engaging in delusional conspiracy theories, and promoting his fascist agenda. President Biden has obviously since dropped out of the race, replaced by Kamala Harris, who is 20 years younger than Donald Trump, who is now the oldest person ever to run for the presidency in American history. So, of course, corporate media has brought all of its experience and expertise to bear on the issue of Donald Trump's potential age-related cognitive decline, or his cognitive decline related to other things, right? No, of course not. Nope. We are told that it is all baked in. His mendacity, his fascism, his cruelty, his viciousness, his criminality, his misogyny, his racism, his anti-immigrant hatred, his fascistic talking points. All of it is baked in. There is nothing to see here. Move right along. They don't even seem to care that he can't pronounce words or he can't stay on topic, that he engages in massive amounts of tangential thinking, all of which are potentially signs of cognitive impairment. None of that rises to the surface enough to engage the media's sustained attention. Why not? I've often said that what it's going to take is for Donald Trump to go out in public and take off all of his clothes. I apologize for that image, but seriously, it's like, is that what it's going to take to get the media to pay attention to what is going on with this man who clearly has serious issues, psychologically, emotionally, psychiatrically, and cognitively. Last night at one of his so-called town halls, Donald asked approximately 4 questions before there was a medical emergency in the audience, quickly followed by another one. And it might be because they held the event in what looked like a storage locker that had no air conditioning, because that's the level of service we have come to expect from the Trump campaign. After the second medical emergency had been taken care of, Donald basically decided he didn't want to do a town hall anymore. Nope. Who the hell needs to listen to questions, which is kind of a fascinating thing to say at a town hall, the whole point of which is for the candidate to answer questions. But hey, he can do whatever he wants, right? Nothing sticks, nothing matters. Well, if what happened during the next 39 minutes doesn't matter, I do not know what to say anymore. It was the equivalent of his standing up on that stage and stripping down. 39 minutes is a very, very long time to stand in front of an audience and decompensate, and that is exactly what Donald Trump did last night. Here's just 40 seconds of that event. And just imagine if you had to look at that for 39 minutes. This should be a 5-alarm fire across all media organizations. And yet, the AP headline said that Donald Trump turned his town hall into an impromptu concert. The New York Times made it sound like it was a totally normal, off-the-cuff Donald Trump thing that was no cause for concern at all. No, he had his team fire up his playlist. Well, okay, but it was supposed to be a town hall. And if by firing up his playlist, you mean pressing play and then watching as the Republican candidate for the presidency stood there, clearly not knowing what was going on, not where he was, not what he was there for, and maybe even not knowing who he was with. He forgot things mere minutes after he said them. This is serious stuff. The media cannot fall down on the job here. Nothing else matters. The criminality, the cruelty, the misogyny, the racism, the viciousness, the friggin' fascism, that doesn't matter. This needs to, because I am telling you, the Republican Party is going to pull out every single stop to make sure that they drag Donald Trump across the finish line in November. And within months, they are going to call for the 25th Amendment and install J.D. Vance as your president. I know it feels like screaming into the void at this point, but I think we need to start begging corporate media to tell people what is going on. Seriously, I think that they should just play that video beginning to end so people can see what the Republican Party thinks is a viable candidate for the most important job on the planet. And then, please, have a panel of experts. We need psychologists, psychiatrists, neuropsychologists, neurologists, gerontologists, anybody who could give the American people insight into what happened last night. Because it's terrifying. And I'm not speaking about this as a clinical psychologist. I'm speaking about this as somebody who's known Donald forever and whose grandfather, Donald's father, had Alzheimer's for about 10 years or so. I see similarities between my grandfather's behavior and Donald's. This isn't a joke. This isn't one more thing we can sweep under the rug. This needs to be on the front page of every newspaper every day from now until the election, just like they did with the fucking emails, because this is about 1,000,000 times more serious and more important.